Good morning, Petaluma. I'm Ben.
And I'm James. Today is Monday, October 24th, and it is a B-Day.
Seniors, this week is the final week for parents to purchase a senior ad. Please direct them to the PHS website, and all information is provided on the home page. Please see Mr. Jones in A6 with any additional questions you might have.
Do you have an opinion about a school or community happening? Write a letter to the editor of the Trojan Tribune. Send letters to phstrojantribune@gmail.com, and you might see your name in print. Get your voice heard.
Everybody, don't forget Halloween is on its way. We have our annual Halloween costume contest on October 31st in the quad during lunch. There will be judges and a prize will be awarded to the winners. The categories will be creative, funny, and scary, but remember to keep it school appropriate, so no weapons or masks. If you have any questions, ask Luca De Bono or Andrea Lopez in D1.
News from the College and Career Center. There will be a representative from the U.S. Air Force in the College and Career Center today during tutorial. Tomorrow during tutorial, there will be a representative from the U.S. Navy to talk about the NROTC Scholarship Program. Also during tutorial, there will be a representative from Montana Tech, which is a STEM university, and at lunch, there will be a representative from Lewis and Clark.
In meeting news, there will be a boys soccer meeting today at lunch this Tuesday in the gym. There will also be a Skills USA meeting today after school from 3:10 to 3:30 in A6.
And cheerleading tryouts for our competition team and winter sports today at 5:30 and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Alpha Debata is having a general meeting today at lunch in A5.
That's right. Sorry, of course. I'm so sorry, James. Go ahead, continue.
We will be debating on the subject of minimum wage. Everyone, including all political beliefs, are encouraged to come attend and debate if they so please. We will see you there. Now to Griffin with sports.
Thanks, guys! On Friday night, the Trojan varsity football team faced a tough matchup against El Molino, who was undefeated in league play. However, the Lions are undefeated no more. The Trojans routed El Molino for their fourth straight win, 35-0. The Trojans dominated in all phases of the game, dropping out to a 28-0 lead by the end of the first half. Dominic Cristobal led the Trojans on both the ground with 136 yards and receiving with 33 yards, and also scored 2 touchdowns. However, it was a complete team effort by the Trojans, especially on the defensive end, where the Trojans had their 4th straight shutout. The Trojans' defensive line was especially dominant, shutting down Elmo's run game and constantly getting pressure on the Lions' quarterback. We talked with one of the leaders on the defensive line, Justin Santa, after the shutout win.
Now, what's so important about shutting out the opponent?
I think it's really important because it shows other teams that they should be scared of us because our defense is pretty raw. And I think getting one shutout, then going to 2 shutouts, 3 shutouts, and wanting that 4th one really gets our team going, especially our defense, and it makes us not stop and go 100% the whole game.
And one more, you've been the leader, the only senior on the defensive line that's been shutting down the running game. How have you been so dominant?
Knowing that it's my senior year, and I just got to go all out, and I just want to do the best I can for my team.
For the interview, the Trojans JV football team also won its game 27-6. Meanwhile, our great varsity team is 5-3 on the season and impressive 4-1 in league play. Congratulations to all of our football players who all played fantastic on Friday night. Tomorrow we'll have some more interviews with some delighted varsity football players and coaches after Friday night's dominant win. Don't forget, if you missed Friday night's game, the full play-by-play broadcast is on our YouTube channel. It's extremely entertaining, and you don't want to miss that. That's all for sports, and now back to our great anchors, Ben and James.
Oh, thanks so much, Griffin. And now it's time for your weekly weather report.
Good morning, Trojans. Let's get into our weekly weather report. Today is a high of 64 and a low of 58 and a 90% chance of rain. Tuesday has a high of 65 and a low of 55 and a 60% chance of rain. Wednesday has a high of 70 and a low of 52 and a 10% chance of rain. Thursday has a high of 64 and a low of 56 with an 80% chance of rain. And lastly, Friday's forecast has a high of 66 and a low of 54 with an 80% chance of rain. Now that's a lot of rain. And remember, Trojans, all predictions are from weather.com and are subject to change.
Thanks, JC. The Petaluma Police Department was granted an $80,000 grant to keep traffic-related deaths at its minimum. They say that they will use the money to improve the quality of life through both enforcement and education. Activities that the funds will provide are DUI checkpoints, educational presentations, and bicycle and pedestrian safety enforcement.
Now it's time for some tips of the day. Students, we often find ourselves losing sleep and complaining how we have a huge load of work to do every night. Although that may be true, it is. Spend your time wisely and don't get distracted by your technology. According to British psychologist Dr. Richard House, that's how you can trust him, people use about 1/3 of their waking hours using their cell phone. According to the same source, a person spends an average of 23 days in a year on their cell phone. Imagine what we could do in these 23 days. We could possibly, I don't know, start socialize with people face to face. So your tip is to be productive and try tucking away your phone while during class hours and while you walk down the school hallways and while doing your homework. Oh, also, happy 18th birthday to Nayeli Cruz and 16th birthday to Alex Garcia. Sorry, forgot to mention that there.
And that's all the news for today. Check back in tomorrow, but until then, make it a great day.